Hello wolves! As you can see from the title, this is a TBR for readathon, which I'm super excited about because first, this is hosted by Jade from Jade Reads. I will put her channel up here and down below. She's one of my all-time favorite booktubers, so that's that. And second, the theme is polar fantasy. Polar fantasy, first fantasy and second polar. So I don't know if you know that, but at the very beginning I thought that polar meant the same as in French, thriller, mystery kind of books. But today I discovered that polar fantasy was actually fantasy with some kind of wintry settings. I was like, duh. So this sounds perfect for me. You know, I love winter, you know, I love anything that has to do with some Russian vibes, etc, etc. So I was like, okay, that's the time. I'm gonna read some polar fantasy, I'm gonna enjoy them, and I'm gonna add 10,000 books to my never-ending TBR. But that's something else, yeah. So Jade created the Polarthon. I still struggle to say that name, Polarthon. The Polarthon. So as you can see, this is a mountain, so you start at the very bottom and you finish at the top if you manage to do it, obviously, and at the end you're gonna read a polar fantasy. So it is not only about polar fantasy, so you don't have to read polar fantasy for each categories, which you can do if you want, because pretty much all the books I'm gonna read are polar fantasy except for one. So it's really up to you. If you need some recommendations, I will put Jade's video down below, also the announcement videos and also her TBR videos. Yeah, did I say everything I had to say? It starts February 4th till Sunday, February 10th. 5 books, 1 week. So yeah. So the first prompt I'm gonna go for is cozy reads. It could be something, a book that I will read in my bed because it's cozy, or this is a series that I already know, or anything I feel like it's gonna be cozy. It's very vague, so you can do whatever you want. And for that I picked In an Absent Dream by Seanan McGuire. If you've been following me, you know that I'm just in love with that series, and I haven't started that one yet because so I'm gonna read that one finally. And this is cozy because I know the series, and I know this one's gonna be like amazing. To make it short, if you don't know what the series is about children coming back from worlds like Narnia, Neverland, etc, etc, and they have to learn how to live a normal life again because they've been expelled from that magical world. So they're going to a specific school to learn that. Each book is less than 200 pages, so if you want to give it a chance, you could. This is one of my favorite series ever. Then I'm gonna go for Northern mythology or folklore, and for that, this is so not a surprise, I'm gonna go for The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden, just because Russian folklore and snowy settings, I mean obviously Russian, but you know, I mean, everyone has been gushing around about that book, so I was like, I need to. And the cover is gorgeous. I know it has magic, it has monsters, it has Russian folklores, it has snow, and that's pretty much all I know about it. So yeah. Then I'm gonna go for snowy setting, and for that I picked Even the Darkest Stars by Heather Fawcett. Sorry, I just couldn't remember her name. But yeah, and the cover is just stunning. This is a chunkier book, 440 pages, but the cover is gorgeous, and it has like, what's that over here? Like a fox, a little animal. I don't know, but I'm curious. Apparently this is a story of a girl who wants to become an explorer and, you know, to climb the mountains, etc. But she cannot, but something's gonna happen and she will be one. I don't know, I really suck at synopsis or whatever, but it sounds super interesting, and the cover is gorgeous and fantasy. I don't know if it is a polar fantasy, but I think it is because snow and magic. GoodReads says it is a fantasy, so polar fantasy because snow and fantasy. So I'm picking that one for the snowy setting. Yeah. Then for the Arctic adventure, I picked The Eye of the North by Sinéad. This is a middle grade fantasy book, and you know what? Just that made me decided that I should read that book, but also because I asked Jade a recommendation for that specific prompt, and she gave me that one, so thank you, Jade. And it says here, in a frozen land with danger at every turn, can Emmeline and Thing reunite in time to save the world. The race is on. So yeah, I was sold. Like, obviously I had to pick that one. And the cover. And the last prompt is actually reading a path fantasy. And for that, I think I'm gonna go for The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. So the sequel to Bear and the Nightingale. Just because I feel if I'm in love with the first book, I will want to try to read the second one. And also I have All the Wandering Light as well, which is the sequel to Even the Darkest Stars. And also I have Spinning Silver, I have Hunted, I have other books, but just in case I don't like the first one, but I'm pretty sure I will. I have other options. Let's not talk about that because as a mood reader, I tend to make 3 or 4 TBRs for each readathon, which I'm not gonna do now because it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, wolves. Let me know if you read any of the books I mentioned. Let me know if you are planning on participating in the Polarthon. So it starts on Monday, so hopefully I will edit the video today. Yeah, I'm super excited about that readathon. So thank you, Jade, for hosting it. I'm sure we're gonna have a blast reading all the books, and thank you for all the recommendations because pretty much all the books I showed you were her recommendations. So I'm so not original. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and talk to me in the comments as usual. Take care. Bye.